Look at how cute he is. Hi, I'm Jonathan and welcome to my channel. So I got a lot of requests for my part 2 VidCon story time. If you haven't seen part 1, go watch it now. I'll leave it somewhere here. So basically, I left off on getting kicked out of YouTube on stage and the whole security guard harassment situation. So the story I have today is about the last night at VidCon. We went to a pre-party in a suite in the Hilton and it was an amazing party. We decided that we're gonna go to the pre-party before the AT&T party. So when we're walking to the
AT&T party.
So when we get to the AT&T party, there's a huge line and we're just like, great. So we just sit down at the table, wait for it to get smaller. But while we're waiting for it to get smaller, there's this creepy guy standing next to us with the hoodie and like the creepiest smile ever. He would not go away. He kept getting closer and closer and closer. Our one friend got really scared, so she said, let's move to the table on the other side. So we went to the table, sat on the other side, but the guy came near us again. He came near us again. He does something weird. He goes next to us, but then he goes around the building and he just disappears. But then he comes back like 5 minutes later, he walks away down the street. And after this, we were just like, great, the party's gonna end. You know what, screw this party, we're just gonna go to IHOP and eat. While we're eating, there's this guy that comes up and sits next to us and says, I heard you guys were talking about VidCon. And we were like, yeah. He decides that he wants to get a chair and stay with us, so he does that. So he introduces himself as the gayest goth, and that's his YouTube channel and Instagram and stuff. We looked him all up. He was talking to us, telling us that he was a featured creator and crazy stuff like he's not gonna come back to VidCon unless he gets invited again. He lost his wallet. He's gonna be late to his flight, and he's British. So this guy just keeps talking to us and blah 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 blah. So we're like, okay, we really gotta go. It's like 5 a.m. We gotta go back to the hotel, get some sleep before we check out. So when we're getting up to leave, he asks for our leftovers. We're like, well, there isn't that much left. And he still says, okay, that's fine. And he grabs the food and like starts devouring it. And it's just like, that's gross, but okay.
Okay, so it is later, after I filmed the video, and I'm at a party right now. But instead, I'm inside my car editing my video. So I left out one thing. So when we met the gayest goth and he told us all that stuff, we looked it up later on the interwebs, and it came out that he wasn't British. He wasn't famous. He wasn't even invited to VidCon. At least we don't know that for sure. So it's not someone that would like typically be invited to VidCon. So that's what's going on. And also I'm filming this on my phone, so that's probably why it's gonna be really poor quality and look terrible. There you go. That's why he's in this.
So we decide that right from IHOP, we're just gonna go right across the street and cut through all these hotels. Around the corner comes the guy with the hoodie and the smile, the creepy smile. He stops and stares at us, and we just stop, turn around and run and book it towards the nearest hotel. And it's super early in the morning, so all the hotels have their doors closed and all that. And we're buzzing and buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. The guy finally comes like 30 seconds after and is like, what do you need? And we're like, there's a guy out here and he's coming, like help. And he takes forever, he takes a sweet time, calls security. And when security gets there, he finally opens the door and he's like asking us what's wrong. And we're like, there's literally a guy right there and he's like following us. When we tell him, he's like, okay, I'll walk you back to your hotel. When we're walking to the hotel, we turn around the corner and the guy sees that we're with a security guard now, and he turns around and starts walking again. The guy with the smile is far ahead, but he stops and bends down and goes near his shoe, and the security guard pulls out some pepper spray, and we're like, oh, gotta get this on Snapchat. So we all pulled out our phones and started snapping. So basically, the security guard walked us back to our hotel. It was an interesting night. There you go, that's my story time for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, put on that notification bell so you can get notified when I post another video. Goodbye.
I never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand, but you brought me here. that you did.